Welcome to Latch. I'm Steph, the founder of Latch, where we offer support to nursing mothers and we also offer breastfeeding tops as well. In this video today, I want to show you a little bit about the Koala Hold breastfeeding position. But before we get into that, be sure to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and ring that notification bell so that you can learn more about other breastfeeding positions soon as well. The Koala Hold originates in Australia and is named after the iconic koala animal, who is known for the way that they snuggle up and really cling to their mother or a eucalyptus tree. In this Koala Hold breastfeeding position, your baby is going to kind of straddle your thigh or your hip while they nurse. This is an upright breastfeeding position, and it does work best when your baby is getting a little bit older and growing. They have a little bit more head and neck control, but we're going to be using this little baby today to kind of show you how to position your baby. So the steps for getting ready for the Koala Hold is, of course, to position your baby first. When I do this position, I like to have my daughter kind of straddling my hip, facing me right on like a big hug. Like I mentioned, you can have them over to the side, more on your hip as well. Once your baby is positioned, then you want to support them. As with any breastfeeding position, it's important to support our baby where they're weakest, which, especially when they're small, but even as they grow, is generally going to be their neck and back area. So we can offer support to our baby by holding their neck. And again, as they get older, your forearm is going to support their back as well. And that's really going to bring them up close and give them that support. Once your baby is positioned and you have a good support on them, then we can guide them to a latch. So this is great because we can use one hand to support the baby and use our other hand to support our breast, guiding them to that deep latch. We want to wait until they have that wide open mouth and then get as much in there as we can and really ensure that they're getting that solid latch so that they can suck and swallow. Once you feel like your baby has a good latch, it's important to maintain that upright position. So both for yourself and your baby, make sure that you guys are both sitting up nicely, that they are facing you, and that their head is in line with the rest of their body. This is going to keep you and your baby as comfortable as possible. One of the best things about this position is that it can be very comfortable for you and your baby once you start to get the hang of it. As with any breastfeeding position, it does take time to practice it and figure out what's going to work best for you. But this is a great position for encouraging bonding with you and your baby because it is like a big hug into your baby while you're breastfeeding them. It's great to use this position when you're looking for a quiet, intimate breastfeeding session with your baby. This position can be really convenient when you're sitting down snuggled up with your baby and you want to feed them quickly, but it can lead to a distracted baby during feedings, especially as your baby gets older and they have more of that head and neck control. They can get distracted with things around them and kind of whip their head around out of a latch. This position does also require you to be seated as the mom, so sometimes that's not always available to you, and for that reason the Koala Hold might not be the best position for you to use all the time. I really found that for me and my daughter, sometimes it just felt natural for us to use the koala position if we were already sitting on the couch together or sitting at the kitchen table, but it definitely is not the position that we use most frequently because it does always require me to be seated. I really didn't use this position until my daughter got a little bit older and had more control. The koala position can definitely be challenging with newborns since they're small and they might not really be able to support themselves as much, and they might not really align in the proper spot yet. So you can see even here with my doll, he is a little bit short for this Koala Hold right now, but as your baby grows, the alignment of their face to your breast will make more sense. Upright positions are great for babies who are prone to ear infections or reflux, so the Koala Hold is no exception to that, and it's very popular for mothers who are concerned about that with their babies. Since the Koala Hold isn't always an option, there are a couple of alternatives that you might find that work for you as well. One option to stay in that kind of upright position for your baby. Again, if you're focused on reducing reflux or ear infections in your baby and you want to stay in that upright breastfeeding position, you could try kind of the upright cradle hold. So with that position, with our koala position, we're kind of straddled with our baby. With the koala hold, your baby is more sitting on your lap in a forward facing position or a side facing position. And as you cradle them, they can turn their head and slightly tilt their body to be still semi-upright, not in a full cradle hold where they're across your body, but still semi-upright to get the benefits of that upright position. But this allows you more flexibility. Your baby can sit on your lap a little bit, but you can also get up and move around if you need to while you're on the go in this upright cradle position. Another great option is the upright football hold. So this is going to be especially helpful when your baby is still somewhat small. Since the koala hold is nice as your baby grows, this upright football position is a little bit easier with smaller babies, but to still have an upright position. So you've got, kind of your traditional football hold is going to have your baby tucked under your arm. And then your upright hold, you can have your baby, I normally like to use my leg to offer a little bit additional support. Your baby's feet kind of by your hip back here, but they're still upright and all of their body is off to the side. So that's really the difference here with the upright football compared to the koala, so they've got their whole body off to the side here. You still can offer that neck support and support your breast well in this position too. So I hope that you guys learned a little bit more about the koala hold today and that some of those alternatives might be helpful for you as well. So let me know in the comments what ends up working out best for you and if you get a chance to try the koala hold. I'll see you guys soon for our next breastfeeding position.